I'll tell you, I've been to the border. I've been to the Biden cages. For 4 years, Democrats went on and on and on. The corrupt corporate media went on and on and on about kids in cages. You couldn't turn on the evening news without hearing kids in cages. What they didn't tell you is Barack Obama built those cages, and today under Joe Biden, the cages are bigger and they're more full than they were before. Mr. President, every Democrat who stood up and lamented kids in cages in the House of Representatives, Representative Ocasio-Cortez has a famous photo of her grasping her head by the kids in cages. Well, I'm going to give a simple challenge for Representative Ocasio-Cortez and for every Democrat in this body. Go see the Biden cages with your own eyes. I've seen the Madonna tent facility with over 4,000 people, with little boys and little girls on top of each other. Just a couple of weeks ago when I was in the Rio Grande Valley, the rate of COVID positivity in the Biden cages was over 22%. And all the Democrats who talked about this, if they don't go, if they don't denounce the Biden cages, then they're telling you that they're hypocrites. That they didn't believe it when they said it, that they didn't care about it when they said it, that it was all politics. It wasn't about their kids. Why does Joe Biden refuse to go to the Rio Grande Valley? Because if he goes, the TV cameras will come with him. Why does Kamala Harris, who's supposed to be the border czar, she's supposed to be in charge of this, why won't she go to the Rio Grande Valley? Because if she went, the TV cameras would come and would show the Biden cages. And the Democrats are counting on the corrupt corporate media to suddenly say, nothing to see here. 15,000 Haitians under a bridge in Del Rio, nothing to see here. Anyone want to know what Joe Biden's favorite ice cream flavor is? That's the news. Never mind 1.2 million illegal immigrants. Never mind when I took 19 senators down to the border, we went out on the river and saw a man floating dead in the river who died trying to cross illegally. Never mind the South Texas farmers and ranchers, the moms who told me, I won't let my teenage kids go out on our ranch without being armed with a loaded firearm. Because there are so many human traffickers and narcotics traffickers that it's dangerous for them to go out on their own ranch.
Manufacturing program is set to initiate with TSC. What does this mean for South Texas? Horses in Del Rio. Border Patrol will no longer be using horses due to the picture that was circulated throughout the world. Rivera Raiders versus Harlingen Cardinals, game of the week. What should we expect from tonight's showdown? And thou shalt not park on grass in Brownsville, Texas. It is Friday, 7:02 a.m. My name is Frank Olivo, and this is Good Morning Brownsville. Good morning. How's it going? Have a great Friday. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's been a while. I haven't seen you on here. It's always a pleasure to see you on. Hope you have a great day. God bless, and stay dry. Stay warm. Depending on the weather, I guess we are going to be having some weird weather coming up very soon. So it's always a pleasure to see you on here. Thank you so much, and have a great weekend. Starting with the weather, of course. And again, this weather has been kind of all over the place. Today, it should be a sunny and somewhat of a comfortable day. Currently, right now, we're in the high 60s, low 70s. Throughout the day, the city of Brownsville should be at 89 degrees. South Padre Island, the Cabrera boys, Captain Guac, Jason should be seeing the island at a cool 82 degrees. So again, I'm never going to predict anything. The weather's been off the radar. It's a little hard to be a meteorologist these days, but we're trying our best. COVID cases. In Cameron County yesterday, there were 94 positive cases. 5 individuals, 5 deaths were as the result of individuals who were not vaccinated. In Hidalgo, we got even worse news. We heard that a newborn succumbed to the COVID-19 virus. The mother gave birth while she was positive. The baby ended up dying 11 days later. The scary thing right now, ladies and gentlemen, we do not have enough information regarding the vaccine for pregnant women. Some doctors, you hear that they do encourage women to take the shot, but there's not yet enough study information provided to these doctors in order to give adequate information. We see this case here in Hidalgo County that this woman was not vaccinated. She was pregnant. She gave birth. And unfortunately, the baby passed away. We want to remind our community, make sure you do everything possible. You take preventative measures to be safe. Wear your face mask. Avoid large crowds. Make sure you use proper hygiene. And more than anything, it's very, very important to get the vaccine. Cameron County will be having a vaccine clinic for free for the residents this Sunday. Yesterday, it was at El Buen Pastor, but this coming Sunday, guys, from 11 to 3 p.m. at the flea market off of Alton Glore, off of Olmito, the 77 flea market here in the city of Brownsville will be having a vaccine clinic drive. So again, it is very important for us to get vaccinated. We have seen the studies. We have seen doctors such as Madi, Eder Hernandez, Dr. Saavedra, Mario Cerdan, who have actively encouraged us and presented us with information saying that, hey, a large people that are in the ICUs that are intubated are the ones that have not been vaccinated. 5 deaths reported yesterday for the city of Brownsville. They were all unvaccinated. And again, we do have sad news out of Hidalgo County where a newborn, an 11-day-old baby, succumbed to the COVID-19 virus. Hijito, buenos días, bendiciones. Muchas gracias, María, por estar aquí. Se le agradece mucho. Feliz viernes. Esperamos que todos tengamos un lindo fin de semana. Gracias por su tiempo. TGIF, Frankie Olivo, how's it going, Gilbert? Shouts out to the Rodriguez family, Sunglass Forum on the island and at the mall next to Victoria's Secret. Shouts out to them. Thank you so much for your time. How did Gael do? I was watching the game late yesterday. I crashed out. I'm a little asleep right now, but let me know how Gael did on his game yesterday. I was following it. How about them Panthers? Hey, man, Panthers 3-0. Everybody thought that the Saints and the Bucks were going to run away with the NFC South, but surprisingly, Sam Darnold, McMichael, Sam Darnold is looking like the 3rd overall pick that the Jets got. Unfortunately, the Jets, one man's trash is the Carolina Panthers' treasure. Unfortunately, McCaffrey did come out of the game with a hamstring injury. They play the Cowboys this upcoming week, McMichael. Hopefully he's out. For that game. No product glasses, no tie. What's going on? Just kidding. How's it going, Brownsville Times? It's a Friday thing. It's laid back Friday, casual Friday. No tie, no shades, no glasses. Something different. Appreciate you, Brownsville Times. Thank you for stopping by, my man. McMichael, everyone picked them dead last. 3-0, baby. Yes, everybody picked the Carolina Panthers to be last in their division, surprisingly. We've seen the Saints struggle. And we've also, of course, we know how the Falcons are going to be doing. But congratulations, man. But you're going to get your first loss this upcoming week against the Cowboys. Good morning, Joe. How's it going? Happy Friday. Thank you for stopping by, my man. I really, really appreciate it. What's up, Buck Hook? SPI is waiting for you, man. Don't say that. I was waiting for an invite last week. I kind of threw it out there like, hey, I'm available. I got a hall pass. Captain Guac Jason, hey. I ended up going to San Antonio with the boys, going to a UTSA game. But hey, Buck Hook, I'm free this weekend. Another hall pass. You know my number. Happy Friday, man. Thanks for stopping by. Good morning, Frankie. Shouts out to Norma Maldonado Escamilla. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Escamilla. Many, many blessings. It is also Michael McHale's birthday, my cousin, the wide receiver for the Veterans. Happy birthday, kid. Wishing you all the love and success this world has to offer. Make sure you conquer the world one day at a time. Al igual, felicidades, Norma Escamilla. Happy birthday. Wishing you many, many more. God bless. Thank you, Valero, for the comment. Thank you for keeping us informed. Oh, I appreciate it, Iracheta. I really, really appreciate it. It's a hobby of mine, I guess. It keeps me up at night. I really, really appreciate it. Again, it's not normal for somebody to come on at 7 a.m, but I'm very thankful to my community for your time. I know that it's very precious. So for you to come, spend some minutes out of your day, post some comments, listen to what is going on within our city, within our state, means a lot to me. So I very, very appreciate your kind words. Thank you so much, Mesita Cheta. Good morning, Peppermint Patty. How's it going? Happy Friday. Hope you have a blessed day. Stay warm. Hopefully the temperature drops. I love the cold. Blessings. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much, Guadalupe. I really, really appreciate it. Likewise, you have a blessed day. Ganina, good morning. How's it going? Hope you have a good Friday. Morning is Friday. How's it going, Ray? Coach Martinez, how did it go in the meet yesterday? I know Lopez, Porter, and a different school was at the Margaret Clark swimming pool meet yesterday. Give me details, man. I'll go ahead and post it on Monday. They could use McCaffrey McCaffrey way too much. Yeah, his workload. But again, what other stud do they have on that team? But I agree, they should take it easy on him. Good morning, sir. How's it going, Steamboat? I appreciate that video you posted on the page, my man. Shouts out. Good morning, Kat. How's it going? To all my friends on Facebook, please follow Coach Martinez and Kat's watching me on YouTube. I would really, really appreciate. Oh, I got Book Cook texting me. I guess I'm going to the island. I haven't seen it though. For all my friends, go to YouTube. Search Frankie Olivo. Like, subscribe the page, and watch me on YouTube. I really, really appreciate it. I don't really ask for much for my community. All I'm asking, please, is to go to YouTube, subscribe, create an account, and watch me. Watch me there. But I'm very, very thankful for everybody. Thank you, Kat. Hall pass. What? Shh, no digas nada. Hall pass. No digas nada. 2 weeks in a row. Shh. Good morning, Maria. How's it going? Happy Friday. Thank you so much for being here. Let me see. I want to introduce the doctor who cured me and saved me out of this. I'm not gonna read that. Come on, it's too Mona Barao. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. But happy Friday, guys. I guess it's one of those days, huh? Continuing off with sports. You guys made me lose my train of thought. You go. Going on with the world of sports. Yesterday, the Porter Cowboys did face off against the McAllen High Bulldogs at Sam Stadium. It was a very, very close matchup up until late into the third quarter, early in the fourth. The Porter Cowboys did manage to tie the game. I'm sorry, they were up. They were up late in the third quarter. 28-21. Unfortunately, we couldn't stop the Mac High Bulldog quarterback. The quarterback looked like Michael Vick out there. He was running. I think he had over 260 yards rushing on the night. Our defense, we couldn't stop them. Again, it was a very, very good game. Great attendance by our community. Administration was there. The student section was packed. It was loud. We just came up short. Congratulations to Mac High, and shouts out to Porter. Porter played a phenomenal game. Unfortunately, it didn't go the way we liked, but we'll learn from these games moving forward. Also, special shouts out goes to Falk Middle School, the 7th and 8th grade football team. They unfortunately beat my Oliveira Dolphins yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. The 7th grade played a phenomenal game. The kids were super excited to see a good crowd out there. The 8th grade boys also played a phenomenal game. It's important for us as a community to support, attend these events as much as possible. I try my best also to showcase our students here on the show because hopefully this motivates them. I feel as if not a lot of attention is being done or given to our student athletes and our students in general. Here on Good Morning Brownsville, we have covered events such as poetry, theater, the school is winning the National Blue Ribbon Award, and also sports. We try our best to inform our community of what is going on. It is kind of hard since BISD has over 52 schools. It is a monster. We try our best to advise everyone of the different events that are going on. And I know that the Falk students really, really appreciate it, and they like being showcased. Hopefully, one day I will be considered Brownsville's Good Morning News, and I want them to watch this. So if you know anybody from Falk Middle School, we send them a special shouts out this morning. Also, our game of the week, our featured game, will be tonight. The Rivera Raiders will be traveling to Harlingen and meeting the Cardinals. A very, very tough matchup. We have seen how the Arizona Cardinals, how the Cardinals, how they were previously ranked. Let me blow this up very quickly. How they were ranked number 1 in the preseason polls, in the power rankings. Again, a very, very tough squad that we are about to face. The interesting thing is that surprisingly, the Rivera Raiders have been coming out strong in their games. They started out the season in a very, very tough loss against PSJ North, if I'm not mistaken. They ended up losing the game by a field goal. They took the game into overtime, a game that nobody thought that they would even compete against PSJ North. And the funny thing is that PSJ North here is ranked number 7 in the preseason polls. So our Rivera Raiders kept up with a top 10 team at the start of the season. Well, now we have the big dogs. Now we're going up against the Harlingen Cardinals. And one thing that I do want to mention, we have what it takes. Again, we had a very impressive matchup against PSJ North. Unfortunately, we fell short of our goal. Rivera 2 weeks ago ended up playing Rio Hondo. And again, Rio Hondo has been a very, very strong program. We ended up proving them on their own field. We ended up winning 24-16, if I'm not mistaken. Our offense was led by Ramsey Rocha. And one thing I do want to stress about this kid is he's a stud. He is good on the ground, a great passer. I saw his stats yesterday. I was impressed. I was like, hey man, we got something going. So it starts with Rocha, with Ramsey. It starts off with Ramsey, but it ends ultimately with the defense. We had Coach Beto Leal, along with his defensive coordinator Hugo Ramirez. He spoke with Real Sports Live yesterday at Luke Fruya Motors here on Price Road. And again, Coach was pumped up for this game. He was encouraging our student body, our community, to come out to Harlingen and support. This game will be showcased, highlighted on Real Sports Live, on their Facebook, on their YouTube. I'll be sure to share the link. That way we can all watch, follow, and be rooting for our Rivera Raiders. We have nothing but love and support for our Raiders. We hope that they shock the world tonight. It is something that is possible. The Harlingen Cardinals, being ranked number 1 in preseason, they did lose earlier in the season against an Edinburgh team, if I'm not mistaken. So they are 2-1, going in 3-1. They have one loss, if I'm not mistaken, going into this district opener. So again, we'll be counting on Ramsey Rocha to lead the way, and I feel a victory coming. So watch. Keep in mind that I will be sharing the link for all of us to follow the game as much as possible. Local news. We had Michael Bernard from PI. Michael Bernard participated in the Talento Mucho Talento, an event that we've had several Brownsville artists participate in. The interesting thing about Bernard is that he, unlike the other contestants, he moved past the first round. And again, he's being recognized as a mariachi hometown hero for the city of PI, and it's good for us to recognize our local talent in our backyard. So congratulations to PI and their alumni, Michael Bernard, who is currently performing in the Talento Mucho Talento. It is the American version of America's Got Talent, so to speak. So I will be posting of the status of how far he advances week to week. We'll be rooting for him. Also, something very, very proud, the Villarreal family. The Villarreal family not only has one, but they have two doctors in their family. First off, starting off with Junior, with the son. He recently got his law degree from the University of Texas at A&M. Currently, he is enrolled at UT Austin, where he is going to be obtaining his master's in legal studies, if I'm not mistaken. Father, Jaime Villarreal Sr., ended up matching his son and received a doctoral degree from UTRGV in education and instruction, if I'm not mistaken. As we could all imagine, Dr. Villarreal, the father, senior, was recognized by our Senator Eddie Lucio. And we also hear from Good Morning Brownsville. We want to congratulate and show support for the Villarreal family. Again, it is very, very hard to obtain a doctoral degree, much less for a law degree and an education degree. So that must be funny at the table. Hey, doctor, you don't know who you're talking to. You don't know if you're talking to the dad. You know if you're talking to the son, or you don't know if you're drinking a Dr. Pepper. But again, we know that the Villarreal wife, daughter, son, and the senator and us as a community are very proud of Jaime Villarreal Sr. on his accomplishments. And it is nice to be recognized by our local senator. So congratulations, Mr. Villarreal, father and junior, for your accomplishments. You're making Brownsville very, very proud. So congratulations to both of y'all and your family, of course. Speaking of A&M, here, South Texas, we have always been advocating for manufacturing jobs. We need technical training here in our local area. As of right now, we have seen how it is difficult to find a job in the Rio Grande Valley, and more importantly for us in the city of Brownsville. Funds aren't available, resources aren't available for employers. Again, we have seen how individuals have talked about how they aren't enough manpower in order for employers to stay afloat. Well, Texas A&M, along with local representatives, are going to be creating a manufacturing program here in the city of Brownsville. Yesterday, we got word that Representatives Alex Dominguez, Senator Eddie Lucio, our Rep Eddie Lucio Jr., along with Mike Hernandez and representatives from the port, Tito Lopez was also there, announced that the Port of Brownsville, that A&M, the city of Brownsville, will be having efforts to attract advanced manufacturing companies to the city of Brownsville and the Rio Grande Valley. The point and the idea here is that we want as much as possible to create high-paying jobs that have, unfortunately, we have not have adequate training in our local area. Here, municipal leaders, they met with Brownsville, the Brownsville Navigation District, the Port of Brownsville officials, higher education, the Texas A&M University system will be part of this initiative moving forward. This project will cost $10 million. And the idea here, ladies and gentlemen, the idea is that it's going to create hundreds of, if not thousands of jobs within the next 2 years. So again, we are thankful that our elected officials are doing everything possible to move our area forward. Skill training is a necessity that we have here. One thing that I was in discussion with several individuals not too long ago was, do we need to go to college or do we need technical training? And unfortunately, not everybody is prepared, is ready, is needing college. Not everybody needs a 4-year degree. We have welders, we have plumbers, electricians, skilled employment that makes good money, very good money, without having to go to school for 4 years, get in debt, start out in debt in the professional career. So we do need skilled training in our local area, and we are proud of our elected officials that are doing just this. Also, world news. we talked on Monday about what was going on or what we saw in Del Rio. This made worldwide news, uh, so much to a point that the envoy to Haiti, he resigned within 2 months of being in position. He did cite that the deportation of Haitian migrants from the southern border was too much, and he couldn't handle it. He did resign again, all because of this picture, ladies and gentlemen. But again, I do want to stress, we do understand that this is a humanitarian issue. We are aware of that. We are conscientious of that. We are in support of our law enforcement officials, our customs agents, our border patrol agents, our men and women in uniform. We are very supportive of this. They have a very difficult job. We do recognize this. One thing that we do want to stress is how this has been taken out of context. Again, we stressed on Monday how what seemed the picture that was shown throughout the world, what many saw as a whip is really the reins. I learned that from Monday. La rienda. It's to control the horse. But again, perception is everything to us. We want people to respect us. We want people to think highly of us. I need to dress right. I need to speak right, because if not, people will not give me the time of day. Perception of Frankie is key, because that dictates how much respect I get, what people think of me. Well, same thing with the United States. Whenever we saw that picture of a horse, of a white man doing this, what seemed like a whip, it gives us a perception of racism. But again, it is not what it showed. It is not what it was. But again, perception is everything. Well, this led to the United States cracking down hard on our men and women. The use of horses along the border in Del Rio area will be suspended. So no more horses will be used in the Del Rio area. But again, we are supportive of our men and women in uniform. And many individuals were criticizing me and saying, "Oh, you're a hater. You want a certain narrative," and it's not that way. We do our best to showcase the good and the bad, and that picture just looked off. But again, our men and women, everything that they do for our community, keeping us safe, and also those individuals that they do come across, they do understand and recognize that this is a humanitarian issue. While we don't just show pictures of what seems like racism, we also post pictures like this that show these individuals that they do have a heart, that they do care. And we do not want to portray anything different. And again, we are supportive of our men and women. I personally have a cousin who is a Border Patrol agent. One of my good friends, Agent Martinez, he is currently in Del Rio. He is the one that's feeding me information. He sends me, I can't say what he sends me, but he gives me very crucial information of what is going on the ground in Del Rio. So we are very supportive of our men and women in uniform. We just do want to state that perception from the outside did seem like it was racism. We all know that the reins, la rienda, what in other people's minds thought was a whip, was not so. It was more for the horses. So now the United States trying to, what's the word? How does it say damage control? But I don't think that's an appropriate word. I guess damage control. There will be no more horses. Border Patrol agents will not be allowed to use horses in the Del Rio sector. Now for our feature story. Parking wars in the city of Brownsville. On Tuesday, the city of Brownsville had a commission meeting. One of the topics that was up for discussion was a city commission workshop for residential parking ordinance that is in the works. And one thing that we do want to stress is that we do have a lot of individuals, a lot of homes here in the city of Brownsville that don't have enough room. There are some smaller houses in the colonias within our city that are right next to our neighbors. Many of us have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vehicles. Us Mexicans, we have our households are 4, 5, 6 plus. Sometimes we have kids. We have other family members living with us. Well, the city of Brownsville will be looking into potentially setting new ordinance regarding parking on lawns, parking on grasses. This is something that they do want the community's input regarding this issue. And the reasons given for this is because it is unlawful to park, unimproved front side yards. Whenever you park on the grass, after a while, se ve el parche, no? You could see the dirt after a while because that patch of grass does not receive the sun, does not receive the water that it needs in order to grow. Also, public easements and sidewalks. That's where people are parking. The driveways ununiformed, according to city code. They also talked about how different cities throughout the state of Texas have passed and implemented this ordinance. Cities like San Antonio, McAllen, Houston, Odessa, Edinburgh, Round Rock, Denton, Austin, and most recently this year, Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi recently changed their ordinance regarding the parking. But I want to ask my community, what do you feel about this? Is this an eyesore? Is this something that depreciates our home value? Is this something that we want the outside world to see? And again, it is very hard because I grew up in a household where we had 4 or 5 vehicles. 2 would park in the front and the rest would park in the backyard. We had access to the backyard. Now it's closed off. But what do we feel? Is this an eyesore? I am all for beautifying the city of Brownsville. But what does our community think? Does it tick you off whenever you see cars like this just parked all over the road? And again, one thing I do want to stress, this is something that a complaint that was filed by a neighborhood or a resident, that is something that started the ball rolling for this project. It is a project that is being taken by our Brownsville Police Department and our planning and zoning team here for the city. If it wasn't because of that, supposedly we wouldn't have started or been looking into this. And the interesting thing about this is that they are going to be mirroring, or they want to mirror, the city of Houston. And the city of Houston, ladies and gentlemen, the way they do it is by voting. The neighborhood has to have 60% of the voters agree whether you want to implement this ordinance or not. But then again, we go into the idea of, well, how does this voting take place? Let's go back to the Fronton McNair situation in downtown Brownsville. We had residents outraged that the city of Brownsville was changing the name of a street that has been in Brownsville for years, from Fronton to McNair. And the city did, well, we're going to do this. We're going to allow the individuals to vote. The thing was that a household with 10 people were able to vote. And now they brought it up for vote this time with the ordinance of not parking in the grass. City mayor did state, hey, we need to be very careful about this, because I think Commissioner De Los Santos as well. He said we need to be very, very careful about this because we saw the confusion of the Fronton voting incident. But the city wants to give the power to its residents, to the neighborhood. It's going to be like a watchdog, I guess. And this was following the Houston model, that they would be able, the residents, the neighborhood would be able to vote. And if you have 60% of the vote in that neighborhood, you'll be able to be like the watchdog, pretty much. You'll be able to, I guess, report them to the city, or I think you have to talk to them personally. If they don't move their vehicles, then you go file complaint with the city. But what is the reasons behind this? Is this because we are blocking the right-of-way of residents? Could this be a hazard, a driving hazard for individuals who live in these type of neighborhoods? Again, does this bother you? Do you hate to see this in your city? Could we improve? Could we improve our property value? Is this an eyesore? And again, the reasons why this came about was because a citizen complained to our city commission, and our city commission took action. Well, I also want to recognize our city commission, that we as residents of the city of Brownsville have also been complaining about something which, in my opinion, is a little bit more important than the parking. As we all know, we are still asking questions from our elected officials regarding the Tenasca deal and PUB. We have heard different variations of numbers that was collected. We've heard from city commissioners who have given a $40 million. Another one has given us $80 million. And the mayor, I think, gave another of $140 million. We do not know how much money was collected from the increased rates based on this Tenasca deal. As of right now, the city is currently doing an audit, if I'm not mistaken. We have yet to have word of the prognosis, of the outcome, the prognosis, like it is a hospital surgery or something. We have not heard the details of this audit. So again, are we saying that whenever our citizens complain, our city commission will take action? Well, city commission, honorable mayor, we want each and every one of you to take a hard look at PUB. Just the same emphasis, just the same drive that we have for wanting to implement this city ordinance of parking on grass. And again, I agree, maybe this is an eyesore. Maybe it is hazardous for our individuals to park on the road and block our right of way whenever we're getting out of our homes. But also, we would also like our city officials, our elected officials, to give us answers regarding PUB. Over 100 and X amount of dollars, millions, hundreds of millions of dollars were collected these past few years, and we have yet to have any idea on the exact amount of what was collected and what that money was used for. All we hear from PUB is raise for our top-heavy brass administration. So again, City Commission, I encourage you, along with my community, to take a look at PUB. We want answers. What has happened to the hundreds of millions of dollars that was taxed to our citizens? We as a community would like to know. And just with the same attention that we are giving this city ordinance, we would like our city commission to address this issue out in the public. We have to assure our residents that everything that is done according to the law and in the best interest of everyone and everyone as a whole. So again, we challenge our city commission, our mayor, to bring this up to light. Be transparent about this. We, a community, have been waiting. We have been waiting for far too long. Let me see. Where's Erasmo? Le pegaron las almohadas. Yeah, I think he was in Monterrey. He's back now. He's probably asleep. Congrats, Marilu, Gaspar. Oh, thank you so much. And again, all my friends, Cindy, Rachel, who else is on here? Richard, go to YouTube. Thank you so much. Good morning, Brownsville. Thank you so much, Cindy. Good morning, ma'am. Say hello to the beautiful people of Harlingen, Texas. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning, Frankie. Blessed day. Good morning, Miss Munoz. Thank you so much for your kind words. Gig 'em, baby. How's it going? Let's catch up sometime. Saludos. ¿Cómo estás, señor Genaro? Gracias por su tiempo. Esperamos que tenga un lindo viernes. Gracias por estar aquí. Se le aprecia mucho. Muchas gracias. We need to support our Border Patrol. They are first line of defense. Nobody knows what they go through. So before anyone starts up to be grateful, you sleep well while they go through hell taking care of America. And I do agree. Our post earlier wasn't meant to throw shade at them. We respect our law enforcement officials, our men and women who sacrifice their lives, their time, their day, their families to keep us safe. And you're right. They deserve nothing but praise and to be recognized. I totally agree, Steamboat. Can we complain about the mayor's wardrobe? Just asking for a friend. There was a question as to that. I think there was. Paragon took a picture with our mayor. Our mayor he kind of looked like Mayor Martinez, with jeans and a shirt. Trey being an attorney, he's always in suits. I don't think much of it. I think that the one from Paragon also, the Paragon was also in a polo and shirts. And while I understand we need to be presentable, we need to be presentable in front of our clients, in front of business partners. I personally didn't see anything bad with it. But hey, can we complain about the mayor's wardrobe? What about junk cars that are parked on the people's grass or along the street? And that's something that should be up for discussion. I totally agree. Cars that are not in operation, that are just there collecting dust, those are eyesores, Ms. Munoz. I do agree. But sometimes we get into the issue of, households. I grew up with having 4 or 5 cars in my house. My grandparents each had one. my tío, my tia each had one, and I had one. Again, this is the norm for many people living in the city of Brownsville. We have way bigger problems than parking issue, and I agree. Brownsville Times. That is the reason why, we have potholes that we need to fix. Our drainage system needs to be addressed. But more importantly, like how we previously mentioned, PUB, I am supportive of this ordinance of the no parking on grass. I'm totally supportive of this, but also just the same amount of energy and time we give to this small issue, let's give it to PUB, because all of us want to know. It's kind of like these people are just giving us the, oh, hey, what, I don't hear you. What? Again, we asked Commissioner De Los Santos, what is your stance? Are you going to be addressing this? And he said, well, we'll get there when we get there. Da, 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 da. We haven't heard from Commissioner Cardinals. He's been MIA. Maybe he likes to operate that way. But can we get some updates, some information regarding Tenasca? It is far too long for us to be left in the dark. 3, Tree shade mechanics are the worst good point. Tree shade mechanics are the worst good point. You tell me. You said it, baby. Thanks so much, Buck Hook. Guys, thank you so much for your time. It is 7:43 a.m. I really, really appreciate it. Have a good weekend. Hopefully the temperature drops. Hopefully we get some cold weather. Our PUB bills are horrible. I totally agree. Fortunately, we have Magic Valley, but I totally agree. PUB, we need answers, because we've all seen the receipts. We've all seen the claims. Hey, some people paid 100 this week. Next week they're paying 300, 400. Again, we need ya me están hablando. We need answers. We desperately need answers for this money that was collected. Guys, I gotta go. It's gonna be a busy Friday for myself. God bless. Thank you so much for your time, love, and patience. Hope to see you here on Monday. God bless.